Hey guys, welcome back to some more World Snooker Championship 2007 and part 7 of our playthrough. Today we start the second session of the final against Stephen Hendry. The evening session, the final session, whatever you want to call it. It's 5-4. It couldn't be any tighter at the moment. After Stephen Hendry went 3-0 up, we roared back into a 4-3 lead. But Stephen Hendry took the final 2 frames of the last episode to lead 4-3. So that is it. And yeah, that brings you right up to date. Let's get into it. Thank you for all of the support so far in the series. Really, really do appreciate it. So yeah, here comes Stephen Hendry now. Breaking off in frame 10. Well, we don't look too happy about it.
Very unhappy with the situation.
I don't know why he would be.
To consider the safety, wouldn't he?
We want to get the cue ball in a similar position to where we are now to cover that red on the left hand side. Well, where's that red going? Well, we've managed to fluke that.
1.
I'll tell you what. How important could that be if we can knock this brown in? Which, you know, is easier said than done.
Spin player, unfortunately, so he might not opt for that.
But it's in the heart of the pocket.
5.
And now then.
A straightforward pot, but not overly tough either.
This is a decent chance.
It's a decent pot that puts him in a good position.
Once again, John Parrott in the commentary box for this final session. So it doesn't look like we're going to get to hear Steve
13.
Davis's commentary on this game, but sorry to disappoint. It's largely the same as the 2005 commentary, just like John Parrott. So
14.
But weird how random it should be and how random it hasn't been, but never mind.
21.
Well, I'm guessing that red doesn't go.
The position looks good for him here.
So it's a little bit of a lapse in concentration from us, but we should be able to hold for the pink here. And we do.
22.
So the question is, where does the pink go?
Got to look at all the options before deciding which colour to go for.
28.
Goes
I
back
think we
on
want to
its
get nicely
spot.
on the black after this one.
Yeah, run on and off the cushion for the black seems the best option here. Already 29 points
29.
in front. It's difficult to tell whether the other red goes into the pocket, into the
I'll tell you
opposite corner
I'll
pocket.
die happy if I can ever witness a 1-5-5 break. I think I might be waiting a while for that one though.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was good for breaking into that cluster.
It's a decent pot that puts him in a good
Try and
position.
follow through here and get onto the black. It's going to be
Amazing
tough. We've knocked 2 reds in.
8.
He's
Are we on
obviously
a
been
colour?
playing billiards in his spare time.
Difficult pot he's got to play here. Could use a little luck.
If we can knock this green in, should be a frame winner. Right in the heart of the pocket, and look where this cue ball's going.
41.
Absolutely perfect. So, this red into the middle, onto the blue. And we should be back on level terms.
42.
This final is going to be a tight affair. It really is.
40.
So I'm going to drop this red in along the cushion. Should be fine. And just get onto the black. Oh no. Oh my word.
Should be a fairly straightforward plant here.
1.
He's off the pace here.
We underhit it.
8,
That's happened a few times in this series,
9,
but none more important than that. So, Stephen Hendry, how are
17.
you playing in this evening session? I thought he was playing the plant there. That would have been a sensible shot.
Good positional shot.
He's got every
31,
What red's he going to play on now? I think he might be
38.
playing this one up the cushion, which is a risky one. But if it goes in, it's end of frame.
Great stuff.
If it goes in, it's end of frame. Well,
Tends to play at a very regular pace. Neither.
I think he wants to get nicely on the black after this one.
the other problem is the pink, but he won't need it, I
42.
don't think. He's going to be 2 points in front, so 4, 7,
49.
11. Nope, up to the blue.
51,
And Stephen Hendry
Green doesn't.
is taking a
54,
2-frame lead. And there you go, he's absolutely
58.
perfect on the blue.
This is frame ball.
So as long as he doesn't
That
miss the pink, which I wouldn't expect him
63.
to at this stage. And he doesn't, so...
69,
Well, that break at 76 hurts us a lot.
76.
And gives Stephen Hendry a 2-frame lead. And it's now 6-4, and that honestly could cost us. So it's the
Psychologically, it never
second,
helps to be behind in a match, of course.
the second frame of the match that we should have won, and have ended up losing it. And, you know, there's not that many frames left in this match.
You'll want to be as tight as possible on the baulk cushion here.
Big shot here for Stephen. I thought he was taking on the shot on
Nice
the right hand
safety.
side, but he hasn't. He's played a decent safety, but I mean, we can catch
It'd be a
the
risky
reds,
one not
but
to take the safety.
you know our game. Because we can sort of cue down on it, I'm inclined to stun this in for the black as well.
Great.
And what a shot that is. So here we go.
Under the
Simply-
circumstances, he's done well there.
Cannot miss now. I'm going to try and go into this pack.
Position's not good. I was wrong.
I don't know what they're moaning about.
We've got to find a way to bring some reds into play soon.
It's a good pot, and he's well poised for the next.
It's a tough one. It's about
9.
right. I wanted to
I
be
think
low
he'll
on
be
the
looking
black.
for the right time to get into the reds. Is this it?
He won't be
Just
too disappointed
stun
to be
into
going
them.
for black again.
That's exactly what we wanted. Where's that red going? It's okay.
16,
So one good pot. If we can get through to that one,
We'll
it makes
probably
it a
want to get
lot
position
easier, but
back
we
on
can't.
the black.
I mean, there's this one. That is a tough little red into the middle. So it's, I think this is the red I would probably go for. Screw back for the black.
Fantastic.
What a shot.
7,
And you know, I know some of the shots are unrealistic,
Taking
but
the
you've
black
got to
seems
go
like
for
the
them with this
sensible option
AI.
here.
The AI just pot
24.
anything if you give them a chance. So you've got to take your chances and take the opportunities that are given to you. It's not the best shot in the world.
It wasn't his best shot, but he'll probably settle for it.
Still on the black, but it's certainly a lot more difficult than it should have been. Well, it's there. And once
32,
again,
There's a chance to follow
The
up
reds
from
are
that
there.
good pot. He really
It's
has
whether
a
we can-
very plain style of playing. He seems very unwilling to apply any kind of spin.
oh, are you kidding?
No.
How's that not gone in?
If he looked any more relaxed,
Wow.
he'd be asleep, wouldn't he?
1,
That's end of the match now. This is another
7.
frame we should have won. Look at the reds.
Just too hard.
Ooh, Stephen. Wow. That was me talking about having to take your chances, but Stephen Hendry failed to do so there. Just got to be careful of the in-off here. So, I'm going to stun across.
Looks close.
It's there. I thought we'd missed it when
Looks
he said
like
looks
he's thinking
close.
of potting the brown.
Yeah, brown's probably the best option. So just run it on and off the cushion. It should be okay. And this red will surely go in this time. So. Well, I just don't understand.
You can really appreciate the shots with all the new replay angles we have now. Really enjoyable.
Just play this one. It's easier to get position. I'm just a little bit worried about that one actually. That it'll flick the other red and not go in. But oh, I've pressed the wrong button. No, it's okay because we flicked the other red.
He should be able to get the angle he wants from here.
Just overthinking things a little bit here. Just need to get back to our fluent ways of playing.
13.
And, you know, the reds are all there. You know, as long as we don't play an absolutely abysmal shot, we should be okay.
14.
Once again, the black's probably his best option.
21. 22.
So, just gotta drop this in. Leave an option of both
29.
reds. And, you know, we gotta be happy with that.
30.
And we should already have a fairly substantial lead.
37.
So the pressure is really on now. He'll need to keep his cool.
Oh. I think this is frame ball.
Well played.
It's there. Absolutely brilliant. And we managed to stay with Stephen. Obviously had a chance in this frame, didn't
That's the
take
one
it.
he was after. It makes the frame safe.
40.
There's technically a chance of a centre here, so
Oh no.
43.
He really likes to get around the table quickly and keep the pace up.
try to bring that red into
Not
play.
looking phased by his opponent at all.
But this is a close match, and it's going to be an interesting next couple of frames. You know, if Stephen takes them 8-5, it's going to be tough. But you know, anything else, and we're in a decent position. So
Positions.
it's not the best. Try and follow through and get an
Nice.
angle on this black to bring the other red
58.
into play, or at least drop in behind it. Whichever we decide to do, I think just dropping in behind it is probably the better option. That's exactly what we do. So, should be on course for another century in this match.
66.
I'm not entirely sure. Have we actually had one in this match? That's not the right one. Current match. No, 98. And we've had a couple of 90 odd breaks, haven't we? But haven't quite had the century just yet. So would be nice to do that here. And that's a good positional shot to get onto the yellow. Just gotta make sure we don't overdo this for the green. That's pretty good. No, you'd suggest it was a certainty.
78.
He's looking good for it.
82.
Not bad. Full concentration mode for these next shots because we
87.
want the century. We know Stephen's had a fair few in this match.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, we've took these nicely.
3.
A frame
Just
we
trying to get
badly
a bit of
needed.
feel out there.
Well, there we go. That brilliant clearance of 100 there. And we close the gap once again to one frame behind at 6-5. Well, Stephen once again. Oh, it's a good break off.
I can't see a way out without coming off the cushion.
So we'll have to come off the side cushion and rest into the pack. Played it nicely.
It's safe.
Oh well, Stephen. I mean, there's not much we can do from here. I guess we could just flick off and get somewhere in behind the black, perhaps. But I don't think we've quite got the angle, so just gonna play the delicate one.
He's walking on eggshells a bit with this one.
Touching ball.
Ah, that's what we wanted. Touch and
It's
ball.
important you find a good safe area for that cue ball.
Now we can put this in behind the yellow.
Safe.
It's not quite how we intended, but it's attack and safety to say the least from Stephen. Unlucky to put the red over the corner.
Not a
Oh.
straightforward pot, but not overly tough either.
Got to play this with quite a bit of check side to try and stay on the pink here. Makes the pot missable. But that's gone in. Now then.
There's a few roads he can go down here.
I
Got the
think he's
opportunity
probably
to go
got
into
the
the
requisite
reds.
angle to be nicely on the next red.
That's pretty good.
7.
It's a decent pot that puts him in a good position.
There's a chance to follow up from that good pot.
8.
The blue looks about his best chance.
13.
Just got to be careful of the middle pocket here. Should be absolutely fine.
14.
Will he take the yellow on?
No.
If he can't get this, he should give it up.
19.
Tough one here to get back up for the blue, but managed to just get the right side. This is always the problem with a break, when you're just concentrating on the blue, is getting the right side so that you can stun back down
25.
for
Can he get nicely on the
reds. But
He's got options here.
one time we will come up a little bit short probably, and it's a much more difficult shot, but we're just
26.
about managing to
I think he
stay
fancies
the right
another go
side
to blue.
at the moment, so it's going quite well. Quite a delicate positional shot here,
In it goes.
and I don't think we've played it
31.
very well.
The stress of this match is really taking its toll on him.
So, guessing this red goes.
Position looks good for him here.
Well, according to John, it does. So, if John thinks it must be right, and it does go in.
32.
Once again, just the right
There's a few
side.
roads he can go down here.
It's a good pot, and he's well poised for the next.
37.
It's been a nicely
I think he wants to
compiled
get
break.
nicely on the black after this one.
This red should give him the requisite angle for the black, which in turn will leave him on the next red.
Once again, just slightly more difficult shot. Once again,
38.
absolutely perfect. One more good positional shot. And you'd say this frame
43.
is as good as one. So this time we're going to have to screw back, which is where you can just underhit it slightly. But we're absolutely fine.
44.
Probably a bit too much angle this time. That's whether we want to... Usually I would play this sort of shot with a little bit of check side. Just to sort of...
Well, as far as cue sports go, you're watching the finest. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Well, I didn't play the cannon there,
49.
but we're okay. Just... Again, we should be able to just quite easily get up for the blue.
50.
Once again, just the right side.
$55.
This time we can get on the pink, which is nice. So 62 points the lead, 67 remaining, just this red. And we're back on level terms.
Good shot.
63.
I'll tell you what, it's been hard work this break, but we've got the rewards for it.
That's the one he was after. It makes the frame safe.
And now with that pink, there's no way Stephen will come back to the table. Leave ourselves a bit of an angle on the
70.
pink to cannon into this red and black. And hit them in the middle, really. It's not the best. We'll try the plant. Oh, it
77.
goes in. It's a pity the crowd didn't appreciate that. We've got every chance of getting another century now.
What a...
83.
Not quite how we wanted it to go, but
Hard to find a shot here. The cue ball is in a difficult position.
could be. Oh, and it is. Wow.
84.
We know he's not the best spin player in the world, so that won't be his favoured option. The tension is really showing on his face, looking very stressed.
Tell you what, I don't know how we're going to get a 1-2-5 out of this. I really don't.
91.
I feel like we've worked so hard and not been scoring very highly, but it has been a wonderful break.
98.
It's going to be a complete clearance. And kind of reminiscent of the form that we showed against Barry Hawkins in the last
100.
round. Every chance we were getting, we were doing well. We should have won the first frame. Just didn't quite do it.
Yep.
And, well, we've managed to take the last frame with a break of 100. And this frame,
107.
107
Ought to
and
be a
counting.
straightforward pot. Good positional shot.
Pink and black for the 1-2-5, which is
118.
thrilling.
He'll probably carry on to try and find some rhythm.
And there it is.
125.
125. What a clearance that is, and what a time to do it. It's 6-all. Who'll win this last frame before the mid-session interval? It's an important one, because whoever wins this frame will take a lead into the next episode, which there will be a possible 6 frames in the next one.
He can be safe in the back of the book.
Great safety.
In all honesty, this match has all the ingredients of a
It'd be a risky
decider.
one not to take the safety.
So don't be surprised if we get to that stage. Oh, that's at the green. It's not bad, but I think
This
Stephen
is
will
a
go
tough
for
pot
this.
for him here.
He's going for this. And he gets it. Well, what a pot that
What?
is. Now, how many can Stephen Hendry make from this?
9.
The black goal.
16.
He
17.
has got the angle this time to go into the cluster. He hasn't took it.
24.
He's just picking off the reds. Which is fine.
25.
Perfectly valid way to go.
Good
This
with
time he
visit.
tries
Nothing
to
spectacular.
bring
He's
something
building
into
a
play.
Nice break.
32 and
The
counting
position
here.
isn't ideal, but not too bad.
A little bit
33.
fortunate there.
40.
So this is the last real easy red.
41.
One angle on the black. What's he going to do? Is he going to just smack into them? Yes. Where's that red going? It's absolutely fine.
48.
So, great chance of not just winning the frame, but
49.
actually a 1-4-7 here. And,
56.
well, we nearly seen one with John Higgins in the first episode of this series.
57.
He's picking up points like a vacuum cleaner here. They might all
64.
There's half a chance he could do it here. So black and
65.
one more red, and the frame will be safe. That's whether he gets on the black from this next
great
red.
cue ball control.
And he
Here it
does.
goes.
So there's the frame.
73.
That one puts the frame safe. His opponent will need snookers.
You want
80.
to avoid the cannon on the brown.
He's
More
clearly
difficult
put a
red
lot
now.
into his positional play, and it really shows. What an
What
amazing
a
shot.
pot. What a pot.
If he looked any more relaxed, he'd be asleep, wouldn't he?
88.
Brilliant chance. He is going to have to make one
89.
more cannon, and he hasn't got the angle to do it. So he's going to have to play this red up
This is
into
a
the
difficult
top.
plant coming up.
Oh, what a shot. That was
97.
ridiculous.
Yep, he deserves the applause there. It's a hard 4th century break.
Another century for Stephen Hendry, but he's got his mind on other things. This goes in. You're virtually guaranteed to see a 1-4-7. Oh,
Just
what
too
a
hard.
shame.
I'm not sure how way to play the ball here.
Can you play a trick shot? Just to take away from his thunder a
His
little bit.
opponent
We'll
is
try
up
the
against
double.
it and might concede if he doesn't get a snooker soon.
How about the treble? Nah.
Love
Hopefully he won't
potting
pot
skill
this.
is so good.
Nah. He's played the snooker the dirty side. Anyway, that is where we're going to concede. And, well, Stephen Hendry with that 1-4-7 attempt and that brilliant break of 104 takes the 13th frame and a 7-6 lead into the next episode, which will be the last episode of this series, I guess. We will be moving on to World Snooker Championship 2009 after the next episode of this series. But if you have enjoyed this one, make sure you leave a like down below. Really does help me out. And you know, it does help. Means a lot to me as well. Subscribe to the channel for regular snooker content, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.